covering the stories that impact your life, your town, your state, and your future. This is the Means Report with your host, Brad Means.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Means Report. We certainly appreciate you spending part of your day with us. Busy 22 minutes or so today on the Means Report as we talk about what's happening with our Augusta Commission, some of the hot topics that commissioners are facing. Super District 9 Representative Francine Scott is going to be our guest today. Also, an event coming up very soon, September 30th, an event that addresses gun violence and the effort on behalf of some local and state leaders to end it, to reduce it at the very least. And then finally, we'll wrap up with ways that you can stay in touch with the Means Report and help us get more great guests on here, like our first two guests. State Representative Carlton Howard, no stranger to our viewers, no stranger to the Means Report, and Renza Bing. Renza and Representative Howard are behind this big event coming up, Guns Down, Shoot for Success. Thanks for being with me, and thanks for what you're doing to help our community.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate
Good to be
it.
here. Yeah.
Representative Howard, I look at you and I think I could spend the whole 30 minutes talking about what's going on in Atlanta and everything. It's so hard not to do that with you.
Exactly.
But we'll focus on this event for the next few minutes. Y'all had it last year. This is the second time. Why do it again? Did you see some success with the first event?
Well, I will say that the young people that did attend last year, they were so excited and they enjoyed the entire program because we did have speakers, but we had entertainment as well. And that drew them there and it opened them up to be able to want to hear what the speakers had to say. And they literally came up to me after the event was over and hugged me and thanked me. And that was the draw for me. That was enough.
What is the message to the young people? Representative Howard, your family has been a part of this community for generations. What do you say to your fellow citizens?
Well, first of all, I commend Renza for putting something on like this and for us to be invited to be a part of it. It takes a lot of courage to talk about gun violence because it's an epidemic problem, not only in Augusta and Georgia, across this country. And every little bit helps when you address it either from either angle. And this angle is to talk to the people, to talk about how critical it is to get these put the guns down and let's kind of shoot for success.
What age groups are you looking to see at May Park that day? Who needs to hear this message? I talked to Sheriff Roundtree a few weeks ago right here. He said the kids are getting younger and younger when they think guns are the solution.
Absolutely. And I feel like from a toddler all the way to a 99-year-old, everyone needs to hear this message because with that being said is the community has to come together to be able to, like they say, a village, it takes a village. So everyone needs to be there to hear this message because someone has a son or a daughter or a granddaughter, a niece or a nephew. So even if the young people are not there, the adults to be able to bring the message back also matters.
What is it a matter of when it comes to trying to change the course here? Do you stop young people when they're, as you mentioned, from toddler age on up and say, hey, as you grow up, you may get in an argument. Somebody may say, hey, it's time to use a gun, and that is when I am ordering you not to do that, my son or my grandson or daughter or granddaughter. Is that how it works, starting at home?
Well, the terminology a long time ago used to be you start at home, but every home is not ran the same. Mm-hmm. Every home is not the same. And I say the village is everyone. Sometimes we have to kind of be judgmental of who and when we approach a person. But I do think that just saying, hey, that might not be the way to go. It's your approach to them. What do you say, Pastor?
Yeah, exactly. And I think one of the things, one of my responsibilities that I've been asked to do is address this bill, SB 44.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, it's a gang bill that's already law. And what I think is that parents and young people need to know what this bill entails because it entails mandatory sentencing. Whereas if you are recruiting or if you're in a gang, you are recruiting gang members, it's a mandatory 5 years on top of whatever the sentence is for the crime that you committed. And if you're recruiting young people under 17, there's a 10-year mandatory on top of whatever crime you're committing. So it's a major deal, and I think my role is just to try to get that information out to help deter, to change a mindset, to know that these are some long prison terms that you're facing for these crimes.
And you're not kidding. And as Renza mentioned, Pastor Howard, when you're not working on behalf of the citizens of Augusta under the Gold Dome, you're preaching in Keysville. Is this a big city problem, or do you see gun violence in your church area?
Oh, listen, I think you've seen it lately, and it's in the rural areas. You're seeing it a lot in Jefferson and Burke and North Augusta and places like that. So it's not just a big city problem, and I think that's why we've got to address it, get information out, let folk know how critical it is that guns are not the way. In our day it used to be a fist fight, but
right.
Now it's a gunfight.
Now it's a gunfight, and kids don't understand that it's permanent what a gun does.
That's right.
You can't undo it. Renza, I have to get to the fun part, because you mentioned that's what's going to draw the young folks in. Y'all are giving away so much stuff.
Oh yes. We're giving away free phones, free tablets. We're giving away gift cards. We're going to have live entertainment. And yes, it's going to be some gospel, but we have some rappers. We have some R&B. We have a different genre of things. So it's going to be full entertainment. So it's informational, but it's also entertainment. Yes, sir.
How long until we see a big impact here, Representative Howard, where you look out from your vantage point from Atlanta even and look across the whole state of Georgia and say it's working? There are fewer gun crimes. Our message is resonating. When does that kick in?
Well, right now I cannot prophesy that.
Yeah,
it's not in our near future until we do events like this. We get buy-in from every aspect of our community. It's a community effort that everybody's got to chip in, even on the other side of the fence, where there need to be some gun laws. There need to be we've got to come to some simple gun laws, background checks, red flags, or those kind of things. Until we work on both ends, nothing is going to happen at an aggressive rate.
Does anybody need to do anything before the Guns Down event gets underway? Is there registration required or sign up or anything?
Absolutely not. It is absolutely free.
Just show up.
Just show up. Just show up. And we're also doing other things like voter registration. We will have a job fair. There will be some employment opportunities that's going to be out there. So we want to open it up for people to know that sometimes situations put people in a position where they're just frustrated and they don't know where to turn. And for some reason, it seemed to be sometimes violence.
Listen, I can't thank you enough for planning this event. Honestly, young people and anybody who's watching, go there for the free stuff. Go there for the music, and then just hang out for the message, listen to it, see how it hits you, because there's a chance that change is in the air, but you have to show up at May Park September 30th, 4 p.m. till 8 p.m. Thanks for your passion to help our young people. Thanks for your leadership. As always, Representative, good to see you.
Same here.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
When we come back, Commissioner Francine Scott talking about what's going on at the Augusta Commission. We will hear from her when the Means Report continues.